tonight, and I actually left my glass there, I should have brought it up. Tonight is really about you, so if you have a glass, raise it up, because this is about celebrating each of you. Thank you. I am well taken care of. This is about raising our glass, really, to each of you. We are so delighted to have launched our new membership program. We know most of you, or many of you, are members. Those of you who aren't yet, we know that your key donors have been supporters of ours for years and years and years. And it really is this room, the people that aren't in this room, that are part of the movement, that really make this stuff happen. We may be the little engines that could in the office, but it would not be possible. It's not possible to start a movement really fighting for the kinds of things that we're fighting for without a huge, huge group of people committed to that vision, committed to democracy and justice. So this is to you, to all of us, as we celebrate tonight and start to talk about all the work we've got ahead of us. You know that that's what it's about. So cheers, take a sip, and congratulations, and really give yourselves a hand. It's really wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I was thinking about this. We're just about at 8 years for this organization. And the vision, and I see so many people in the room, Robbie and Dina and Bob Markholt, Steve, so many of you that have been here from the very beginning, the day after 9/11, fighting for a vision of democracy and justice and building power for immigrant communities. That's our mission. It's always been what we've been about, and I feel really confident in saying that we together, 8 years later, have achieved that in some part, but we have a lot of work to do. And I think that one thing we can say is that today, 8 years later, there's no question that immigrants and refugees in this state, in conjunction with our key allies who believe in building power for immigrants and refugees, we have made a different place for immigrants and refugees to stand in this state. And we've made a different space for us to talk about what it means to advance democracy and justice for all of us. So the vision is the same, and you all know what we've been able to achieve. You know, we've got the New Americans Policy Council that the governor put into play last year. We've registered over 25,000 new immigrant citizens to vote. Our New Americans program, I was just looking at the results. This is the program that provides citizenship to legal permanent residents who are eligible. And we served over 1,500 people just in 4 months that the program was in existence. On our website, we had over 12,000 hits. So these are people that when we think about how we want to move this issue forward of immigrant rights and building immigrant power, we're really talking about everything from the first part, which is around good policies, legislation that allows us to have humane and just immigration laws in this country that govern who comes here and who gets to stay. We're also talking about people who are here. Let's be able to move them through the system so that they can really fully engage and participate in our democracy as it is. Let's make sure that once they're citizens, that they can vote. And let's make sure when they're voting that they're also making, laying the groundwork for progressive social change as a broad policy. Because while we work on immigration reform, one of the things that we know is that immigrants don't just care about immigration policies. Immigrants care about health care. We want an inclusive health care system for all people in this country. We don't want to leave people out. We care about labor rights because our immigrants are workers. They're workers, they're in the economy, they're performing essential tasks. We want to see the Employee Free Choice Act passed. We know that every single one of these issues that contributes to building our vision of progressive change for the future is really what immigrants want for all of us. And so I think we've been incredibly fortunate to be able to achieve a lot of pieces of work. But tonight we thought what we'd focus on, just as a little conversation, because this is just a discussion, we want you to get wine and get food and keep eating and drinking and listening, is to talk a little bit about this moment, because it is a tremendous moment in this country. We have a new administration. We have a new Congress. We have certain realities that we have not had in this country for some time in terms of our ability to make serious change happen at the federal level. And we know that there are a lot of things on the table that are competing for attention or vying for attention. But in terms of immigration, and we're going to stand together on all of those issues. In terms of the specific issue of immigration reform, which is one of the key areas that One America is focused on, we wanted to take a little moment to talk about that because this is urgent. We have not had in this country for some time the real momentum in terms of the politics and the urgency in terms of the needs, economically, morally, personally. We have not had this kind of opportunity. And so that's a wonderful thing, but it means that there are some responsibilities for all of us as people in terms of the movement and what we're going to have to do to move immigration reform. So